Hey, what's up, guys? Cards here, bringing you another WMMA5 stream. This is the one that I was telling you that I would do today, which is going to be the event that we were simulating towards. So today's Friday, week 4, and just as soon as I simulate this day, well, we still got Go Yamamoto going after Stoli Pin. That's not the match we set up, but it is a match that's going to have to happen eventually. Those two guys do not care for each other. So this will actually be the card that I'd set up prior to recording. The card that I set up on the last stream, that one's still 4 weeks off. So we'll go through the card I had already set up. Then I'll probably set up another one starting next week. And then we'll simulate on to the card that I set up on the last stream. Alright, we got our weigh-ins. Everybody made weight successfully. I've never seen anybody not make weight successfully, but then again, I don't have people changing weight classes very often, so that's probably not something I would see. I would imagine as I get into changing weight classes and that sort of thing, maybe I'll see it. Here we got a prospect watch, and this one actually has a render. A lot of these prospect watches don't. This one does. What is he? He's a heavyweight? Yeah, why not, right? Yeah, that looks like a good offer. Yes. And I'll always, if they're showing up in here in the prospect watch and they have a render, why not? You know, what's the worst that could happen? They come in, get knocked out a couple times, and I cut them. So let's get on to this card tonight. So you can see here, obviously the main event, Matthew Dean, who in the base game is the best fighter in the game. Obviously this is his rookie year, but he's still one of the very best. Terrence Bushman, on the other hand, is a very popular fighter. When this universe starts out, I don't know how talented he is. This might be a bloodbath in the main event, but it's our most two popular fighters, so I would imagine, I don't know how good the fight will be. It will be a popular show. Also, Gage Rossengall, he's also a fairly popular fighter. I can't remember why. I think there's some kind of history there, like he's someone's son or he's a martial arts expert or something like that. The rest of this card, you know, we do have a couple of other championship fights here in our lighter weights. Dwayne Weatherly, I know, is a fighter that will turn out all right. Mario D'Souza is actually, I believe he's a crossover from the TEW universe. We can check out the prelims. We got 6 prelim fights. Obviously, you know, I'm not going to watch every one of these. The fights that I'm probably going to sit here and watch will be the Dwayne Weatherly fight. And then I'm not going to watch anything else except for Matthew Dean and Terrence Bushman, just because I'm not interested in anything else. You know, there's more than enough fights I'll be booking for years to come on this, so no need to watch anything that we don't have interest in. A lot of these fights are just, you know, young guys breaking in and, you know, seeing what happens. So we'll skip to the end of this one. Sakta defeats Chim, unanimous decision, average fight. Okay. Oh, Bingwon Park, I think, is actually fairly marketable. So we'll see. Hopefully he pulls it out. Yeah. Got him in a submission in round 2. Decent fight. So let's see. Yeah, he's going to head to the local club for the victory. Everyone's invited. And we get this note here that he's fantastic. Knows exactly how to work a crowd and sell himself. So no surprise there. Zach Dalrymple and Perrin Ventry. Well, these two guys look like nice big heavyweights. I don't know. I mean, it's still a prelim fight. What do we have here? Is it not giving me the weight class? I don't see the weight class here. So Zach Dalrymple won. Submission. Great fight. Submitted him in round 1 with the armbar. And here's another Dalrymple carrying himself well. So that just means, you know, they're marketable. They're gonna sell. Ito versus I love this render of the Muscle Mountain, Ernie Bruns. It definitely looks like he's going to get popped for steroids or something at some point. Otherwise, congratulations to him. We'll see. So Ito defeated the Muscle Mountain. You know, great render. This guy doesn't fight that well, it seems like. Alright, nothing too interesting there. Fukujawa had a little bit of... He came out and had one good fight right off the bat, and then has been terrible since then. So he finally won another one. Knocked him out in round 1. Very cool. So this is the note we got. Not a great interview, but he's handsome enough that he doesn't need to be a particularly great talker. That's what I'm relying on in these streams. I feel like I'm handsome enough. Doesn't really matter what I say, right? Lev Michelenko versus Kamari Kavanaugh. This looks like a superweight fight. What was the last prelim fight? And Lev wins. Defeated the kill spree. TKO strikes first round. Wonderful. Alright, so there's another charismatic talker with the looks to boot. He's got those little pork chop things going on, right? Real star power. I like getting those notes. I try to keep, mental tabs on those guys. Hopefully they turn out to be good fighters, and they can make me money. We'll see what D'Souza's got. D'Souza, you might just need to go back over to TEW, buddy. I'm sure there's a indie fed somewhere out there missing one of their wrestlers. Ah, he won. Unanimous decision. Alright, so he's back to 2-2. Seeger versus Kurihara. Kurihara wins. TKO strikes in the first round. Great fight. And that's good. These great fight ratings are good because, there's 2 ratings for every card. One of them is basically the star power, the popularity of the fighters that were on the card. The other one's how good the fights were. So, the more great fights we can get, the better. But we really want to see our main event do well. Alright, Bulldozer Benedict Street defeats Yi Suji on strikes 2 minutes into the first round. Another great fight. And let's see here. See, Street was a 22-year-old. He's 2-0. Suji's 28. So I just try to mentally keep up with who's got more years, who's got more fights, that sort of thing. I don't know how much it applies in this mod since he's 28, but he's only got technically has 2 fights. I don't know how much goes into the development and whatnot, seeing as how he hasn't fought. All right, so Dwayne the Weatherman Weatherly versus Elihiro Yanagita. So let's just start the timer and watch as this one goes by. Israel Bunce as the referee. Weatherly with a left cross. Right jab, kick. Little exchange. Weatherly's definitely forcing the action. Oh, missed with the big follow-up. Yanagita's actually the favorite here. Oh, Weatherly keeps setting him up and missing with the big shot. But he's still coming in. There he goes. Yanagita lands a jab. Another good punch from Weatherly. I think Weatherly's going to win that round, right? Yep. 10-9 to Weatherly in the first round. If he keeps on striking like this and doesn't wear himself out, he's going to knock Yanagita out. Let's see what happens. Uh-oh. Yanagita's cut. Oh! Got him with a roundhouse kick. Vicious uppercut. He's down. Weatherly pounces. Heavy shots to the face. Weatherly with the TKO. 326 into round 2. The Weatherman making it rain on Yanagita. Great fight. You could tell, that whole time, you could tell Weatherly was forcing the action. Yanagita was going to have to make something happen. And it's interesting here because Weatherly's a kickboxer. Yanagita, the wrestler, you never saw Yanagita get Weatherly to the mat, engage in any wrestling at all. It was all just strikes. Weatherly controlled that. And then, I think, if I remember correctly, Yanagita missed with a jab or with a hook. And Weatherly hit a big counter, then hit him with a roundhouse kick, and then it hit him with that uppercut, dropped him, and it was over. So that was an exciting fight. I like to see Weatherly doing well because I do expect big things out of him. All right, Isidore, the wild child. He's got another guy with a great render, a really great look. But I think he's been underwhelming so far. So he's 2-1. He's a heavy favorite. Look at him though. He's 6'9", 265. Talk about a heavyweight. The insurance policy Roshev. He might need an insurance policy here. They're both fairly young. They've both won. I think I'll just go ahead and skip to the end of this one. I do want to see that Dean Bushman fight. So Isidore won. Got him on an armbar in the second round. Let's see here. Class act interviewee, carries himself like a superstar. So now he's 3-1. That's promising. Hopefully we got another moneymaker on our hands. All right, Elder Sagoon versus Kingston Craver. Got one of our lighter weight titles on the line here. Kingston Craver wins the title. TKO, strikes in the first. All right, so he'll move up to 2-0. And you know, I know a lot of people would like to see a lot more fights before people are fighting over championships, but it's so early into this save. You know, I think I honestly don't remember if I'm 6 months or 18 months into the save. I'm not certain. I want to say 18 months. But still, some of these guys just debuted. I just signed them, so you know somebody's got to fight for these championships. So we'll make them work for it as we get a few more years in. But for now, we've got some fairly green fighters going after these belts. I'm not at all interested in this. And although these guys both have 3-0, 4-0, 6'5", 338. Ooh, that's a big boy. Oh, and Witt beat him. Got him in a guillotine in round 2. Fantastic fight. I'd like to see that. So, the new super heavyweight champion intends to have a very long reign, don't we all? Alright. Hot stuff gauge Rosengall. He's definitely the carrying the popularity of this fight. But we'll see who actually comes out with a win. Rosengall won. Knocked him out with a kick in the first round. Alright. And see, he's charismatic, knows how to sell himself. He's definitely our most popular worker. Either him or Bushman. But Dean and James Foster are both just flying up there. They're beating on people. Toma versus Fujishima. Fujishima wins on a unanimous decision in an average fight. So that is not what we want to see out of our main. But it should be... That was the co-main, actually. Oh. This guy was a pretty heavy favorite. Didn't work out for him. So here we go. The Anarchist Matthew Dean versus the Unbreakable Terrence Bushman. This is why the fans are in the seats for this one. So let's jump in and see what happens. It's going to be for the championship in the middleweight division. And let's just start the timer and sit back and see. Abdul Freebush. I wonder if that's any relation to Bushman. So Dean tried to take him down right away. Now he's got him up against the cage. Still got him up against the cage. Nothing happening. Little dirty boxing. Just wearing him out. Pretty boring first round, to be quite honest. Oh, caught him with a right leg kick, it looked like. So Bushman landed the big power shot so far. Missed with that shot. I wonder if Bushman's not going to win that round. No, Dean 10-9. Okay. I mean, he did have him up against the cage an awful lot. But Bushman landed the big shot. Alright, so he's going to get him up against the cage again here. Got an uppercut. Bushman's landing a couple of strikes. Dean's cut. Oh, this would be a huge win for Bushman. Spinning back kick. Alright, so Dean's clinched. Looking for a takedown. Bushman blocked it. Cleared away. Now he's coming in to strike. Nothing now. They're trying. Uh-oh, they're going to check the cut. Not a fight ender. Alright, we're going to continue. Bushman gets another straight right hook. Dean's got a hold of him with a minute left in the second round. He cannot get him on the ground. I got him. Oh, right at the end of the round. All right, we got a close round. We got a close fight here. You know, I really thought Dean would take him out quickly, and that is not happening. He's controlling a lot of the fight. Bushman's got in some great strikes. Dean's controlled the rest of the fight. But I don't know that he's doing any damage. We're already halfway through the third here. So basically halfway through the fight if we go to a decision. There's another strike. You know, Bushman's hurting Dean for sure. I've not seen Matthew Dean get hurt this badly. Dean gets a takedown. Got him with the elbow. Can't get him off. Dean striking. Pounding away. Getting rocked. Oh! I really think Dean was about to TKO him right there. And literally saved by the bell. Now Dean catches a big hook. Dean's got a hold of him, pushing him up against the cage. Let's see if he can get him down. It seems like if it's striking, Bushman's going to win. If Dean can get him on the ground, it's over. But we're halfway through the fourth round. Referee's going to restart it. Dean getting into the gas tank. Get a clinch. Under a minute in the fourth round. He's got him up against the cage again, but I just don't know that he's going to do a whole lot there. All right, so 4 rounds down. 5th round. What's going to happen? Crunching right hook. Right hand lands hard. Uh-oh. Dean might be making his move. He is still hurt, though. We're into a clinch. He's got him back up against the cage again. Going kind of slow here. It looks like we're going to a decision. Yeah, that's nothing. So we're going to go to the judges. That's shocking. I'm pretty sure Dean has knocked everybody out so far. Alright, so he does win by unanimous decision. There we go. Just a decent fight. Again, you know, there was a little bit of back and forth. It got a little bit exciting here and there, but there was just so much of, you know, Dean holding him up against the cage. Like, go fight, guys. Do something. You would think once he got him up against the cage, he'd go for those takedowns, and it just... I think he did it once or twice, and it was toward the end of rounds, and nothing really came of it. Alright, so here you can see the results of our event. Our critical rating was 79%. If we take a look here, this is looking at how exciting the event was. Looks at the 3 most highly rated fights on the main show. Gets a bonus that the main event is one of the best 2. So 60% or better is going to gain popularity, while below 50% is going to lose popularity. So we're well above that. We got a good critical rating. And then as far as the commercial rating goes, this is basically how popular the fighters were that we had in it. And you can see here we got a 75, so that would be good for a low-level international company. I believe we are low-level or mid-level national. But we can check that in about 1 second and see we got a pretty nice popularity increase there. All right, so this allows us to hand out the awards. You can see you get a fight of the night, knockout of the night, and submission of the night. Our fight of the night was definitely this fantastic one. Knockout to Rosengal and the submission to Witt. I'm fine with that. We're going to go ahead. We can throw out some performance bonuses. I like to give my champions that won, and then the winners, any fights where I had that were great, the winners of those guys get it. And let's see. Yes. So, made $700,000 off of that show. So not too shabby. So here are, most of these headlines are just about our show from last night. See what the mail looks like. So you can, ooh, what is this? So Sigma is offering him a contract. All right, and we're also offering him a contract. So let's check that out. Our offer is the only one he's seriously considering. So that's good. So we should be able to hold on to him. All right, so most of those are just the AI doing the auto renewal on the contracts. I'm fine with that, at least for now. Eventually when I've got some real stars that I need to work around and I have to pay a little bit more attention to the contracts, I will. But for now, I'm letting the AI handle that. Because it just comes up so often after every event. You've got, when you're signing guys to contracts for 3 or 4 fights, they're coming up all the time. All right, so it looks like some new fighters generated here. So I'm just going to scroll through and see if anything catches my interest. Let's see here. Oh, there's Lev, the new super heavyweight, #1 in the world. Show plans. Just looking at the new guys coming in. Seeing if there's anybody that really catches my interest. Claude Laron, no. Alright, nothing too interesting there. Oh, they've updated their bid. And our offer is still the only one he's actually considering, so we're still alright there. Alright, so it is Monday of week 1, so let's take a look here at our finances. So you can see how we've done historically, and then right here was where I put a lot of money into creating my broadcaster, I believe. But you can see that huge expense down here that's nowhere else. I'm relatively certain that's what that was. And, actually I'm positive that's what it was, because I went and looked at creating a new broadcaster, and like the numbers matched up. So there's where I did the broadcaster, but we're climbing back up money-wise. So we're gaining what, $375,000 a month. We gained $700,000 from that last show. But we're only running the one show a month, so all of our income's based off of that, and all of our expenses have to come out of it. So, yeah. We basically made $375,000 for the month. That's not bad. As long as it keeps going up, I'm good with it. It's much better than we did in these first couple of months. Let's check out our size. I can't remember if it's down here. Popularity. Alright, so yeah. we're a low-level national company in America, and then we also have some popularity in Canada as well as in Mexico, and that's just spillover, purely spillover. I don't think we have any broadcasting over there. So that was our event. Like I said, I'll probably book another one here shortly, and maybe I'll stream that or maybe I won't, and then we'll move ahead, simulate, and get to the next event that I booked on the last stream. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope that you come back for the next one. But one way or the other, I'll see y'all next time.